All right, welcome back everyone to another lesson. Today we're going to talk about vectors. What is a vector? What's a vector graphic? A vector graphic is a graphic that has lines and colors and all these information that is that's mathematical rather than pixel information. So, to show you an example, we've already worked with vectors, you just didn't know about it. These tools, these shape tools, are actually vector. Okay, so when I make a shape, I'll fill it with black. Okay, you're not actually creating a shape of pixels. You're actually creating a shape that has the coordinates of these points, and also the color is determined by its code, not by its pixel information. So the opposite of vector is raster. So I'll copy this and show you what a raster looks like. Okay, so here are two identical shapes, right? Okay, so one of them I'm gonna turn into a raster layer, rasterized layer right there. And what this will do is it'll turn it into pixel information. So now all these coordinates are lost, and we now have this shape as pixels only. So let's try blowing this up. I'm gonna make this bigger. I'm gonna make this really big. Let's look at the edges of this polygon. The edges are still clean, okay? And then next I will make it small, make it tiny, assuming that we're gonna lose pixel information, okay? And then I applied it, and I'm gonna blow it back up, okay? If this was a pixel image, if I blow up an image, if I blow up a shape this size up to this size, it's gonna get all blurry. But because this is a vector shape, you don't lose that detail. This is it's all coordinates and just all math. It's all coding. Okay, so I'll show you an example. I'll do the same thing with this rasterized shape. This is raster. It's pixel information, okay? So I'm gonna make this big. All right, see what happened? It became blurry, right? And to further prove my point, I'm gonna really make this tiny and then apply. Okay, and then I'm gonna blow it back up. Okay, see what happens? It's all jagged. You see the individual pixels, right? That's because this is a raster image, and the coordinates are not there. You're actually dealing with only pixel information, okay? So this is a rather destructive way of working with images. The more you shrink and blow it back up, the more information you're losing, okay? So now it's all blurry. Whereas vector, you don't have that problem. You can change it to any size, you can rotate it in any direction, and it's not gonna make a difference on a pixel level because it's not pixels. It's not pixel information. Okay? Just all coordinates of where these points land. Okay, so that's probably the easiest explanation of the difference between a raster and a vector image. Okay, so you have been working with vectors, you just didn't know about it. You just didn't know what it was called. But these polygons are vectors. These are vectors too. Okay. Text is automatically vector because when you type something, okay, when you type something, you can move it anywhere, and then you can also change the font size, and it's not gonna make any difference on a pixel level, right? Because our text is vector graphics. It has information of what the actual text is, and not on a pixel level. So it's basically, again, it's like coordinates, and on a coding level, okay, that's where the difference lies. There's a way to also rasterize text too. So, okay, so if I blow this up, no matter how big I blow it up, it won't be pixelated, right? It's still very clean edges. You can stretch it, doesn't matter. Okay, but the moment I rasterize this, I can right click and then rasterize type. Now I'm turning it into a raster and therefore pixel information. Okay, I'm gonna really make this tiny, and then I'm gonna blow it back up. Okay, if I make it tiny, you know, like it compresses all the pixels, right? I'm gonna blow it back up. Okay, see what happens to the text? It's very blurry. It's very pixelated. Okay. All right, so that is a brief introduction to raster. We'll be moving on to doing exercises with some raster tools.